Hey there friends, welcome to another Legally Armed America video. I'm of course Paul Glasgow. Happy to be here with you guys, and I'm so grateful that you guys are here with me. If you like this video and you like some of the other ones you've seen, please subscribe to the channel, but also like the video. Comment down below because I love to hear you guys' thoughts on some of my videos, and I like to interact with you guys as much as possible. I'm going to show you a video today that is a little bit troubling in many different ways. I'm looking into a person's soul whenever I look at this video. This is one of the strangest. The background music they play in the video also is very fitting for the type of personality disorder that we're dealing with this person. I want you to see this first and look at all the same cues and the same signs that I did. I want to see if you guys pick up on the same things that I did.
I had an abortion 2 years ago and I don't regret it at all. They yanked the fetus out of my uterus. They yanked the fetus out of my uterus, and I'm so happy.
Okay.
I'm so grateful.
Okay.
And I'm a professor at this university.
Okay.
And I make more money than you.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll pray for you. Okay. We'll pray the Lord save you.
Thank you.
Okay. No problem. I wish I knew your name so we can know where to pray. Well, either way, your soul. Either way,
And
your soul.
You're kind of an asshole.
What makes me that?
You kind of ruined everybody's lunch. You're like, oh,
Sorry.
you took the cord out?
Yeah, I took the cord out. Yeah, because
Okay.
you won't give me my mic back. Please,
Okay.
please give me my mic back, please. Please, young lady. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, you're not stronger than me. All right. God bless you.
God bless you.
Hey, officer! This young lady she's trying to rip my stuff up.
Oh, I'm assaulting.
She's assaulting. She's taking his stuff.
Come here.
I have it on video.
Yeah.
I'm assaulting him?
Yes.
Why, you're very
I'm
angry about your
assaulting
abortion.
him?
Yeah.
Ma'am, you're
Let
very
go of my
angry
stuff.
about your
Okay,
Come
if
on.
I get arrested right now, I would
Why are
literally
you
laugh
touching
out
his
loud.
equipment like that?
Hi. No, it's not.
Okay, you should probably let him have his stuff.
Can I ask a question? Of course.
But
Am
let
I
go right
assaulting
now.
him? Is this assault?
Let go right now.
Yes or no?
Let go right now.
Yes, no. Yes or no?
You're under arrest. Put your hands behind you.
We pray for the grace of God for you.
So totally separate from the argument of abortion. Not sure what you guys' feelings are on that, so I'm not going to get into that whole debate. I want you to look at a couple of things that are very glaring to me. First of all, the pride and twisted, weird, almost sense that this person felt the need to belittle somebody else, who was a black man, by the way, and felt the need to brag about having an abortion. The organization that was putting this on, that the gentleman was out peacefully protesting for, is Team Rescue Ministries. Now, I went on their website and looked at it, and they seem like a pretty caring organization. They say that we are about our Father's business. When they say Father's, meaning God, I'm sure. We stand for the kingdom of God and His righteousness. We seek to, I think that's a typo, equip people, disciple, bring understanding, bring release to the brokenhearted, restore peace in a disorderly situation, shine light in dark places, remind people of the love of God through preaching the truth, be fathers, mothers to the fatherless, feed the hungry, clothe, I think they meant clothe the naked, to bring healing to the wounded physically and spiritually. So if you look at their website and you look at what I perceive to be their gallery, which looks very uplifting and positive, they don't seem to be one of these militant religious groups out there, like, and I forget, it's the Southern, the whatever Baptist, not Southern Baptist, but the something Baptist, Westboro Baptist Church, where they belittle people and just go out of their way to speak down to people about the Word of God and things of that nature. These people seem to be really uplifting. They seem to be delivering a positive message. So my guess is they probably, and I'm just guessing here because I did some looking and I could not find any additional information on this instance right here where they interacted with this, quote, professor. My guess is they must have had some signs about abortion. This person felt the need to come up here and talk to this guy and brag about her abortion. She felt the need to brag to people about how they yanked the fetus from her. She repeated herself on this. Oh, it's so great. They yanked the fetus right out of me with a big smile on her face. This was just like a great moment, a great experience. Listen to what I tell you here. I am no professional, but I can read people. I've spent 56 years of my life on planet Earth. I have managed tons of people. You will get to know more people working amongst them and managing them than you will reading a book about personalities. Trust me on this one. This person is projecting her own embarrassment, guilt, everything that she has inside that is just building up. And because she belongs to an ideology and a political party that wants her to celebrate her abortion, she's never been able to properly grieve for having an abortion. The opposite of that is celebrating the abortion. So she feels like she can't grieve because her party won't let her. Her friends won't let her. More than likely, the institution she works for won't let her, because they are all wacko far left leaning. So she has been robbed of the ability to experience that emotion of regret, remorse, and to not be able to mourn the fact that she's now bragging about them yanking her baby out of her and killing it. This is a person who clearly has mental problems. She has a mental problem. This person has a blind, empty look about her, almost robotic, to the point that I think the guy who's interviewing her is kind of freaked out about it. I don't think he expected to have this. For her to come and belittle the man, which I think she's wrong, to say, I'm a professor at this university and I make more money than you. Why would you say that? Unless you're that unhappy in your own life and you feel small, the people who brag the loudest and talk about what they have are the people usually who have the least, and have done the least. They feel the need to brag. They feel the need to boast because they haven't done anything. They have no real accomplishments. And since nobody has ever noticed anything positive that they've done, they feel the need to brag about something, and it's usually materialistic like this. This shows you this person cares more about money because she's bragging about potentially making more money than this guy, but could care less about the fetus she's celebrating that was yanked out of her. I will say this. She is too young to be tenured in any kind of way with any institution, any university or whichever. She's probably an adjunct professor. She probably doesn't make much. She's probably making about $30,000 or $40,000 a year, right? Now, she's probably getting a lot of cool free stuff from the federal government, but it's very unlikely she makes any real money. And on the flip side, and I am certainly not disparaging this young man who is interviewing her, nonprofits do pretty darn good, and I'm pretty sure this guy is belonging to his organization is likely a nonprofit. For whatever reason, good or bad, nonprofits do really, really well. They pocket a lot of the money that they bring in. So this guy is probably doubling this chick's salary to begin with, but she felt the need to make this dig at this guy who has done nothing wrong to her. She feels bad about her abortion, and he's making her feel bad about it because she knows where he stands on it. This guy does not strike me as the kind of guy that has sat here and said anything belittling or demoralizing to her for having had her abortion. He even says he's going to pray for her and doesn't say it in a disparaging way. So my guess is she sees him as a positive role model, a positive figure, and there's no way she can morally break him down and talk poorly about him morally, about him being a bad person. So she takes a dig at him financially to act like she's better than him because she makes more money than him. And then, of course, she goes on and tries to hold on to his mic and do whatever. Nut job, complete nut job. The scary thing about it, that's teaching your kids. That person right there is teaching your kids. That's the kind of nut jobs that either have two options in life, professor or nut house. That's the two places they have options for. And they can do a whole lot more damage, trust me, as a professor. This is very sad to see this. Later in the day, there was another person that tried to make this about race. Now, before I show you the video, I want you to know a couple things. First of all, the guy that she's talking to, he's also in this video that I'm about to show you, is the same guy that was interviewing this nutty professor. If you hadn't noticed, he is a black man. So if you want to talk about race, it's going to be a little bit tough to hang it on this guy right here, because nothing about him is racist. In fact, I looked at the gallery, the picture gallery on their website, and predominantly black people. So clearly this is a black organization that seems to be open to any race to be a part of it, which makes them not racist. But watch this anyway.
We're willing to take care of it. Go ahead.
I just want to bring it to everybody's attention that they've been here taunting black students all day long.
Black
They
students?
literally arrested a black woman who was a doctor, credited. She was on her way to class to go teach a class, and two officers pinned her down. They pinned her down.
Why they pin her down?
Because you tried to say that she took your mic, and then
did.
she was harassed. She was pinned down on the ground right there.
Harassed
And
by who?
all these white students watched that and continued to walk and go to class. And she was late to her class because she was held in the back of a cop car for 30 minutes after y'all made a whole minstrel show out of her. And you told me that the devil is going to taking over my soul and that I need salvation. Well, I want to tell you that you're on a whole panel with white people who don't care about your black
White
child.
people.
They don't care about your black child. They don't care about your black child. And
Y'all rooting this racist stuff? Y'all rooting this racist stuff? Wow.
Racist towards
That's so funny.
knowledge that the racism that exists in this country, and you are on the wrong team. I can tell you that right
Foolish.
now.
Very foolish.
You're on the wrong team.
Yep.
So this chick is again trying to belittle this guy, and because her go-to is racism, she doesn't have a plan B. So when she's met with a positive black person that she needs to attack, she only knows to pull the race card. She doesn't have another card to play. So we are literally talking about a black organization led by a black man on campus, and she's trying to make this about race because she has no other options. Now you could tell at the end of the video, the guy was starting to get a little bit aggravated because he's thinking the same thing. I'm a black man and you throwing race around. I'm literally a black man. Now, since this video has aired, I have actually read that this, quote, professor has been terminated from her job. I read this on a series of different websites. I cannot find anything official about her. I don't even know what university this was. It's a little bit difficult to find some of this stuff, but I didn't dig totally deep anyway because that's irrelevant to the story. I don't really care. I don't care where she works. My kid's never going to go there. Wherever she is, she's never going to be any harm to me directly. Now, indirectly, obviously, she's brainwashing other kids. You know what's sad about all this? And I'm going to use this word, and some people will probably get pissed off. I do not care, because I know where I stand morally. I am a morally centered person, and I believe in fairness. That's what guides me. It guides me more than anything else, more than any type of faith or belief system or anything like that. Fairness guides me. If you would do something to me a certain way, unless it compromises my own belief system, you're going to get treated the same way back. That's just how I've always been. And I always believe that I don't want to do anything to you that you wouldn't do to me until you cross that line and you lose respect for me. Then I have removed every bit of respect for you at that point. I am not one of these blind people that will respect you in spite of what you do. This guy here in this video, to me, was very graceful under this type of pressure and this type of abuse by somebody who is trying to put herself from a power standpoint above him financially and as far as positions go with a professor allegation she claims. And this guy to me was grace under fire. I thought he handled himself very well. I hope he's successful in whatever he's doing with his ministry or whatever, because I do believe that he seems like a kind soul. Now, with that being said, some of the worst people I've ever met in my life were deacons and people like that that were heavily involved in the church. I've worked with some of the most horrible, corrupt rat bastards in the corporate environment who called themselves reverends and deacons and stuff like that. They were very involved in their local churches. So I'm not blind enough and stupid enough to say that just because somebody is singing the praises of God or whatever, that somehow they are automatically a good person. There's some very, very, very bad, evil people who wrap themselves in the cloak of Christianity or whichever, other religions for that matter. But this guy seems like a nice guy. I hate that he was treated like this. I hate that someone tried to put themselves above him. But the biggest takeaway from this is not just the fact that these are the people that are supposedly teaching our children and brainwashing our children, but the word I'm going to use that's going to make people mad is slaves. Not because of their skin color, because of their actions. These people, this proud abortion person, This other little fat racist girl that tried to say something about racism when she's actually espousing racist stuff. These people are slaves. And again, has nothing to do with their ancestors or their skin color. They are actually willful slaves. They choose to not learn on their own. They see a group of people moving in a certain direction, and they see two people over here who are not in the same direction. They'd rather be with this group. Let that group think for them. They fall in lockstep with them, and they can't think for themselves after that. The man who has this ministry is more over here. Now, I'm not saying he's not brainwashed in some way too. Maybe he is. There's definitely some bad religions out there that have done some horrible things. A little bit of Kool-Aid drinking, if you know what I'm talking about. Literally drinking Kool-Aid. They're sitting here talking about how white people are walking past them, belittling them, and don't realize that they're owned by all the white leaders, and not just white Barack Obama too, he's one of them. All these higher ups have these people right where they want them. They have them doing their bidding on these campuses. They have them brainwashing people with the lies and stupidity on all these campuses and out in society in general. And don't realize that they are useful slaves. They have bought into a system that has no moral ground to it. And they have bought so wholeheartedly into it that they are willing to go, to get handcuffed and go to jail, supposedly defending this weird, wacky little ideology that they have. Folks, I don't care who the group is. Right-leaning, left-leaning, middle of the road, it doesn't matter. Think for yourself. Don't be a willful slave. Don't be a mindless slave. Don't be a slave to these people out there, no matter who they are, again, regardless of party. Think for yourself and let this guide you. Not other people, this. Because this will guide this in the right direction if you'll listen to it.
I don't understand the point that you're making.
God save the Queen, man.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. He's so horrible.